So this is Doom 2 MarsWar, a one-man MegaWAD all the way back from 1995, re-released in 1998 with some funny anti-Microsoft stuff, then re-released again as version 3.1 in 2009 with some cool new Z-Doom related features. You can hear some custom music. He got all these musics from old tracker files. There's actually a much better version of this song in the game files, but I'll put it up in editing. Anyway, I'm just going to start right now. I don't know if I'm going to play this whole thing, but I want to show it off. This is the first level. You start in your little, very Doom cute, like, space station on Mars. Got some zombies. There's a whole story in the text file about, like, Microsoft sending zombies to kill your ass, which is very funny. You got all these co-op starts. Sadly, your co-op buddies do not get to sleep in beds. You can also see the lights go off. Again, 1995, this is some pretty novel stuff. Nice little environmental storytelling. You got some UAC boxes. Start to crate time for this map set is horrendous. Got some rockets right off the bat. Some ammo. Talking about what I'm seeing as I'm doing it. I guess this is supposed to be like a little computer tower made out of the door texture. That's great. You got these like little airlock doors, but you can just press them while they're in the ground because he didn't think that through. So this is the beautiful, beautiful surface of Mars circa 1995, back when this is what they thought like the most advanced graphics in Doom would be. Gotta love the skybox completely cutting off the background things. I'm sure at like native scale it wouldn't have looked that bad. Gotta do this shit again. Wait, which was it? Yep. Oh shit. Resolution scale, lowest possible scale. Shit. There we go. Yeah. Oh boy. Doom circa 1995. Or I guess 1998. The original version of this WAD seems to be completely lost to time. Only the 1998 version has been preserved on DSDA. Some other zombie fodder to kill. Again, very barren opening, more like a story. Very TNT Evolution, actually. You got this awesome looking hover vehicle. Moving blue light textures for treads. Reminds me a lot of Doomsday of the UAC's rocket ship at the end. And yeah, this is the exit. That's it. Levels, one more guy. That's it. Level's over. Very short opening, terraforming station. But there is more to see and do. One of the great things about Nathan Lineback's magnum opus is the fact that his levels are often full of awesome secrets to find, and they're some of the coolest secrets you'll ever find in any Doom WAD. This nice little ravine. By today's standards, very, very primitive. But you gotta figure this guy was working with the DOS editor, so you can't really hold it against him. Over here we got this nice cave. Wait, am I in the right renderer? Yeah, I am. Okay, before this I was playing some 2002 with Doom Odyssey. I'm talking about how I want to get through the top 100 WADs list after now 17 years. I've only got that and Mouth 2 left to play, and I will have officially played every WAD on that list. But anyway, here we go. Back to the WAD. We got this cave, this backpack. Go up to this thing. The whole room lights up. I guess except for this corner. He didn't think that through. But yeah, again, some more Doom cute lighting effects from 1995. Here we got this little lift. We got another secret. We got some more ammo for weapons that we do not currently have, but will help us out later in the WAD. Wait, I went those ways. Yes, that's it. That's the first level. Again, this nice little cool secret cave. Now, personally, I was, I told you this is the WAD. I got that level I was remaking or retuning up. Personally, if it was me, I would have made the cave part of the main level progression. I would have gotten rid of most of this empty space, and I would have had a whole cavern system, probably leading out right to, obviously it wouldn't be this big, right to like a ledge, right above like where the hover vehicle is, with a blue key. and then you would just use the blue key to exit the level. Again, that's just me though. Just having a little cave is like a tutorial. You know, shooting an imp, maybe shooting a demon. Oh yeah, that awesome tracker music. Might have to put the music credits up on the corner of the screen too. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be showing off this level, because it's really more of the same bullshit that you saw on the last level. This for a lot of people, this is actually the tipping point where they just give up. A little Doom cute thingy, little blanket being taken off the bed. You got some floating light mid-textures too, which is pretty sweet. Actually, you know what? They're probably just regular sectors now I think about it. Might be spoiling something from later in the WAD that I really love. Yes, the main gimmick of this level, it's got like a central hub with like a... I guess that's supposed to be like a park in the middle. Here's the crate maze. I'm brought to the point where I want to show off. By the way, he actually edited this tracker file, because originally it was like a square wave, sort of like a Commodore 64 sound. But I guess he edited it without the original creator's permission. You got this secret here, this little Zimmer texture cave. And here you got this nice little Comp Blue secret room. Got some nice computer decals. I always love the blue textures in Doom. And here you go, you got these little secret compartment full of the Doom guy's favorite drink, the health bonuses. Again, this WAD has some really cool secrets, very well thought out and immersive. I don't know, maybe I'll show off a little more of this level. And I remember in the notes for this WAD, it's like get the plasma gun. You're gonna want to get like the whole goal of this level. Oh, by the way, gotta love he puts in chain gunners before shotgunners. I think I was saying earlier, this reminds me a lot of TNT Evolution, which came out probably around the same time originally before it got picked up by id. A nice gory room. I guess the original settlers who got massacred. I think this, yeah, it's another broken door. So at this point, I have to just go trek out. You can see some random crap. There's a rocket launcher. Might as well get that too. You can see it's blocked off though. I'm assuming that these levels were meant to be played in both single player and multiplayer. So that was probably put there in single player to prevent this from being like, you know, cheese the level, get to the ending instantly. There's a nice little Kasali style trap right there. And here you go, some more chain gunner spam. Again, this comes from like the era of like putting tons of chain... Looks like even one more around the corner. It just comes from the era of just spamming chain gunners and shit. Almost done. This level actually is pretty quick and painless, so I'm not complaining. I was gonna skip it, but whatever. You get to enjoy this wonderful 90s map making, where you go back to your level with like a million monsters and a million sectors, light fixtures on every wall. You got this nice little Doom cute swimming pool too. By the way, you can see the skybox extends for the whole level. Pretty cool. For some reason the bed right by the swimming pool though, which is strange. Got some leaking water. That's pretty cool. These pipes in the wall. Very, very charming map set for its time. You gotta figure this came out in the same era as like the Master levels, Christian Klei's crap. And I really do think like Nathan Lineback was one of the earliest like really good level designers. Here we go. Got a decent amount of rockets to shoot since it coming to like the main set piece of this level. I might as well just bait them out. Actually, I think the only one's gonna come out. Might as well just waste my rocket. If you play this in like a boom-based port, you do get the original MIDIs, which are sadly not that good. He used some kind of early conversion software, not even Unseen's, I forgot what it was called, I think it was 2 MIDI? So that is very unfortunate, like the MIDIs are not very good. They'd probably be better if he made them now, but whatever. This little shot of the imp's asshole. I'm waiting for the lift to go back up. Now the level's basically over. Again, very blocky and boring. Reminds me a lot of an Icarus spaceship level. fairly detailed for its time, I will say. Now, I have no idea what the original 95 levels looked like. According to Nathan, they were just basically this, but without the Microsoft shit. And just like that, the level's over. Just a nice little prefab spaceship. Some more shit to shoot. That's it. But amazingly enough, you can actually run around the entire length of the level. It's not just a skybox a la like E1, where you might occasionally go outside, just for no reason at all. Nathan Lineback just lets you run around. And it reminds me of that that one CAC Award winner for 2025 that they said was like a walking sim where you could just go into the nukage and run around until you want to get back to the level, if so, should you choose. You know, why didn't this get a missed CAC Award, huh? Huh? Whatever. This is the first, I think, really good level. Secret right off the bat. Plasma rifle if you didn't feel like getting the plasma rifle before. Yeah, blow up some dudes. Absolutely love the song in this level. One of my all-time favorites, actually. I think this does come from one of those... a lot of these come from the tracker scene. It's very, like, 80s and 90s demos with, like, the Amiga computer and other assorted computers. Nathan Lineback was, like, an old-school IT guy with lots of computer knowledge. Actually, you know what? I think the music might be a little too loud. That's better. This, ah crap, I screwed it up. That's okay, I can jump. Nathan Lineback actually did intend for players to jump in this WAD. The part of the 2009 update was changing the level so you couldn't cheese it with jumping anymore. I forgot exactly why I had jumping turned on. By the way, I still have no shotgun. Very interesting Doom level. You get the rocket launcher long before you get the shotgun. Sort of like H2H Xmas. This level is pretty non-linear. I'm sorry, did that demon just take 2 rockets to kill? What the fuck? Oh man, I always get the weirdest shit when I'm recording. To my left! Again. Never let it be said that Nathan Lineback was a humble guy. There's 2 ways to go, but I'm showing off the main level progression. More exploding bad guys. This is one of the main set pieces of the level. You get trapped in this little ravine, and it's like, well, how do I get out? What do I do? You just gotta shoot it, and it makes the water start leaking. Again, another nice little bit of environmental storytelling that I appreciate. You hit that switch. I forgot if that was a time switch. Yeah, it's the time switch. This is another awesome secret. You gotta come back out here. This opens up, and it takes you to the Nathan Lineback room, which is great. It's got a bunch of assorted goodies, plus a soul sphere. Peak 95 dooming right here. Again, so much better with the original tracker music as opposed to the shitty midified versions. Now, according to the text file, this was originally based on one of the first levels he ever made for Wolfenstein 3D. A fact I find very interesting considering that this level is pretty 3D. For its time, some pretty nice details. This texturing right here, though, maybe not ideal, though. I think I've said before that I'm not a big fan of the cement texture theme. This does have sort of like a Shores of Hell vibe to it. More hit scan hell. Grab that. I'm not going to grab that first because there was something I forgot to show off in this level. Another nice little awning. Some really nice details for 95. Again, assuming this is from 95. Now this is one of the things that does point to it being a Wolfenstein conversion. You got this little side area. Doesn't really hold much importance. Got some nice gory rooms though. I guess, again, the original settlers being massacred by the Microsoft zombies. Oh no. It's funny because I feel like if this mod was made years later, it'd be like Apple drones, but whatever, because they're the very cult-like ones. Again, you just got like 4 identical rooms. It doesn't really serve any purpose besides looking kind of cool on the auto map. You got this little lava floor for some reason. It's the super lava, too. It takes a lot of damage off with the blue armor. But yeah, the whole thing about MarsWar is that it's full of little side areas like this. Nathan Lineback was, you know, a lot of people took influence from John Romero's levels, but in reality, I want to say like Nathan Lineback was much more into like the Tom Hall, Sandy Peterson side. Lots of exploration in his levels. Again, some more TNT Evolution hit scanner spam. Got a yellow key already, but here's a blue key right adjacent to it. Oh shit. We're going full Kasali here now. Use these specters as the dynamic moving cover, like I've always said. I'm out of rockets, but I got plenty of cells to clean up these motherfuckers. Not that they didn't already clean themselves up from the looks of it. According to his text file, this was really supposed to be E1M3 in our standalone Doom mod, and this switch right here would have sent you to the secret level. Not that this is much of a secret, but instead it's just a nice little light switch that shuts out the light, so that's pretty cool. Can't open this garage. Oh, little watchtower thingy, thingamabob. Finally have a shotgun too, I actually forgot about that. Love Doomers who just get so anal retentive about having to kill Pinkies with a regular shotgun, as if they weren't doing that for the entire game in Doom. But there's just so many people who just hate not super shotgunning the Pinkies. I killed them just in time for the lift to go back up, how nice. Now, as a 90s WAD, you can tell there's terrible texture alignment everywhere. And when he went back in 2009, he didn't think to fix any of it with like the auto-align A key in Doom Builder, but whatever. I mean, if it was me, I would have put like the light textures up here, made this a darker room. You can see very full... Actually, no, not quite full bright lighting, because he's got the light fixtures. Some of these levels are kind of full bright as fuck, though. This little red room. I always love fake dynamic lighting. In my tune-up with MarsWar Map 8, I actually had a similar dynamic lighting thing I added. I actually forgot he did this. Of course, I mean, it's really just the hell texture from E3M1 Hellkeep, but whatever. Again, cool secret areas. You got this nice little gated off area with the tech pillars. Looks really cool for 95. Again, maybe kind of repetitive with the light textures though, especially when it cuts off abruptly like that, but who gives a fuck. Oh, I hear some infighting going on. That must be at the end of the hallway where the exit is. I skipped all this because I went straight for the main progression path. But yeah, right here we got this really cool for 95, I don't even know what you call it. Like, Doom mapping is so abstract. You got way more blue armors than you ever need. I guess it's supposed to be like an assembly line making this shit. Do I have the chainsaw? Yeah, I do. Love modern Doomers who hate the chainsaw, by the way. I'm getting my ass blasted by some imps before I can do anything about it. And wait all that time just to go up here for a little measly med kit, but whatever. Oh, I must have knocked him off the pillar. Oh, I guess I didn't. I'm stupid. Ah, that wonderful texture alignment. I complained about using the brown textures in Shores of Hell stuff, but I'm pretty sure it actually is in Shores of Hell, so I don't know. Again, that's Sandy Peterson Infinite, and you got this high-tech ass like factory with like a completely wooden office. Okay. Completely full bright, as opposed to this room. No kind of fancy lighting effects on the ceiling or anything. I think I'm just about done with this level. I got these hallways. Again, wooden hallways in this tech base on Mars, okay. You get those ugly fucking white rubble floors from Map 13 downtown again. I was actually very vindicated because I found out a lot of people hate this texture too, and I'm like, thank you, I'm glad it's not just me. Something about it is just really unappealing. And it looks really weird with like wooden walls and this gray panel ceiling. I don't know what they're going for. I mean Nathan Lineback. This is a one-man MegaWAD, of course. Again, I really just love this fucking song. Here's the yellow key door, and then there's a blue key door. Again, non-linear progression. Level's over. Don't believe there's a full skybox for this one, but this is the other side of the garage. It'd be cool if you could just open it from the outside and then just go back in for another point of going back in. That would be good for like death matching and shit, but whatever. Finished just in time for the mod to end, too. That was longer than I remember. We went on to Alpha Base. This is another kind of shitty level, but I do like the detail of the door, the exit door closing behind you. Actually, you know, I stupidly should have picked up one of those million mega armors from the factory room, but whatever. This WAD's very easy. This is made for like the arrow keys and colon and period as strafe left and strafe right era of Doom. It's amazing how many 90s WADs have aged so poorly in their difficulty because they were not intended to be played with WASD and the mouse. Like, WASD really changed everything. There's another, like, very boring Sean textured room, level. Well, I do like this central thing. Probably needs more detail. This reminds me of, like, the Arbitorium level in Chex Quest for some reason, which similarly got, like, a beautification process when it got ported to Z-Doom with the Chex Quest 3. Again, more crates, another chainsaw. These levels, for the most part, are balanced pretty well for pistol starts for old levels. Like, again, Nathan Lineback was really ahead of its curve for 1995 compared to, like, Kristen Klei and Sver Kernmo and, yeah, just a lot of those 90s people. I wouldn't say he's as good as, like, Dr. Sleep, because Dr. Sleep has that really nice lighting. But, you know, Dr. Sleep's levels are just kind of boring, and they're full of the stupid shit, like the one unit-wide bridge that's the invisible bridge. I hate that. This little outdoor area, it's pretty barren and devoid of details. But, I'm sure you probably already saw... Oh, it's a little semi-secret. See that nice little, tan building up there with the terrible texture alignment, because he did not always bother to unpeg the upper and lower textures. I always like that little detail. I always love intrigue like that in old Doom levels. Here's the main centerpiece of the level. It's like this, I guess, war room where you got all the enemies, I don't know, meeting around like a big boardroom table. Again, very boring texturing and not the best alignment, as you can clearly see, but you'd really see what Nathan Lineback was trying to do back then. A lot of just very identical rooms in this level, though. Could have easily been cut out or turned into, like, non-functional doors. It didn't open for a second. Got some rockets to spare. Still no super shotgun, surprisingly enough. If I remember correctly, the first level that has it is, Map 5, and I will be playing that in this chunk. I'll be playing MarsWar in chunks. You can see here's the teleport. You're supposed to take that random teleport, and you gotta kill these 3 chain gunners who come down to get the... Oh, you don't get the red key here. Shit. But imagine if you didn't go through this room. You just get blasted on every side. That is kind of a cheap design choice. Again, strikes me as a very, like, dated 90s mapping trope. But again, like I said, this is full of, like, it's very Icarus map, I think 07? The sickbay one. A lot of just boring silver textures. I don't remember if I said this already, but I'm not a fan of the silver textures and the Sean textures, because they're basically just a boring Photoshop gradient made very blocky by Doom's limited palette. I just never really liked this texture. I think it's more of a support texture than like an actual main room texture, like a Startan or a Tech Green or whatever. Or even the cement textures. In fact, I try to think back to when official Doom levels even used this texture, and I honest to God can't remember any besides spawning bats, which I think was kind of a special exception because it was based on like the alpha level from the Doom Alpha build with Tom Hall still on the project. This definitely just strikes me... Well, I will say I do wonder if Nathan Lineback was a fan of that old Doom Alpha with Tom Hall's involvement. Oh boy, now it gets to look even uglier in Fulbright. Hooray. Probably should be chain gunning all these dudes, but whatever. By the way, I have no idea why there's just random sky textures on the walls either. And it was the 90s. It was the 90s. Yeah, shit, I actually completely forgot where the red key was. Oh wait, that's right. When you take the teleporter once, it deactivates it for some reason, which just lets you go in that alcove. Gotta love obscure 90s map progression. I'm gonna bitch save real quick. No, it's not even that hard, but like, just security. Already another key. This one is the one needed for the exit. But there's still quite a bit more to the level to see. And here we got the entrance. I will say one good thing about this level, very boxy and boring, but at least it's got good interconnectivity. And it's relatively short. I mean, I'm probably playing this much slower just because I'm doing all this commentary. Ooh, I always hate this texture combination. I did that review for Nimrod, Ixnay on the Ombre for Doom World. I think I used this as the example of how ugly the levels can get. I wish Id Behold L would end already. Wait, let me try something. Id Behold L. There we go. And Z-Doom, if you shut off if you do the cheat a second time, it shuts it off. See, a very nice immersive room. You see, you got some nice Star 10 walls, way more interesting than the shitty Sean textures upstairs. I always really loved this little power core thing. But for some reason, it's not, again, this is another optional part of the level. It's not part of the main progression. You would think he'd put like a key there, like the yellow key or something. Or even, you know, when you think about it, he could just put the blue key there. But no, it's a secret. Very strange secret. You got that teleport pad opening up. We go up here. You can probably already see on the auto map that yes, this is indeed where the tan building goes. It leads outside. Here's another texture. Some armor bonuses I don't actually need. I had to bitch save just to see if I can get back up there. No, I can't. I'd have to backtrack all the way there. I'm gonna be a little bitch and no clip back up to save myself the time of backtracking on camera. Oh, and some enemies pop out too. So if we take this little thing up here, we get into this very E2 looking upper rafters area with blinking lights, kind of the plasma gun. Very faux 3D up here. Oh, that's right, you gotta take... That's right. The teleporter takes you to the middle of the power core, and then it just takes you back out. Again, why wasn't this part of the main level? It's so much cooler than the actual level. It's like the one thing I always remember about this level. You know, that I look about it, that looks like an emoticon face from like the early 2000s. Again, Nathan Lineback, very ahead of his time. Very ahead of his time. Anyway, let's get the hell out of this boring, boxy-ass level. We got a much more interesting level coming up after this. One of my favorites in the WAD, in fact. Oh, that's right. There's a guide behind here for no reason. And we got this little crowd of imps. You could just run right past them. Thankfully, no chain gunner spam here. I try to hoard them all together, box them in. The best time to get them is right when they're in a circle. Ah, I missed, but yeah, that's how you kill them all in one shot. You gotta get them one tiny thing and then shoot in the middle of the circle. This nice little prefab spaceship terraforming thing, whatever. 8 minutes 40 seconds. Wow, I've been playing for almost a half hour. Does not feel like it. Oh yeah, here we go. I love this level. Awesome, awesome fucking music. Again, the music is the main reason to play this WAD. It is so kick-ass. It actually did get me into tracker music for a while. So it got me into Italo Disco, although I'll get into that when I get to that level. Already we got some points of interest. We got this destroyed custom texture with destroyed decals. It's not the Z-Doom bullet holes. These are. Where is he? Where did he go? Whatever. Some more hit scan hell. The thing about Nathan Lineback's levels is that while they are easy, And they are kind of 90s-ish with how they use certain monsters. Oh, by the way, yeah, you got this little thing, this backtrack. This is how you get back to the opening platform. You can see, again, another level with very interesting platforming. It's kind of the gimmick of this level. It's very early Doom platforming. Hey, this is the kind of level set where you can just expend rockets. Here we go. Here we get this super shotgun for the first time. There's a way to get there. Yeah, it's, the whole theme of this level is just very interesting progression. Oh shit. This is, again, a very evolution thing. You got the chain gunners around the corners. Already we got the red key. Again, this nice use of height variation in this level compared to a lot of the levels in this WAD. I do wonder if this is one of the last levels ever made for this project. These did not make these levels in any kind of order. In fact, 3 of the levels weren't even made till 2009. So anyway, I'm doing a bitch save. Right here, you can see this pit. This pit is inescapable, and you just die with this super lava. The 20 damaging floor. But would you believe this is actually a secret? You gotta inch your way up to it just to open it. There you go. You got another mega armor that you probably don't need. We'll save that for later. That old Ken's Labyrinth game. Save it for later. Very interesting. It's like almost like it's the crashed ship. I guess this is supposed to be like the main bridge. And I guess it's just crashed. It's either supposed to be static or it's like just crashed into the earth, literally. Oh wait, what am I doing with the chain gun? I got some super shotgun for these mofos. Again, I wonder if he was a big fan of the Doom Alpha and Beta builds, because this whole blue carpet, silver Shawn texture theme was all over those. Bitch save. These are damaging floors. Not like I'm going to lose much, though. I always hate that Shawn flat for the ceiling with, like, the circle. Never get what the point of that circle was. I shouldn't be wasting this, but yeah, I could go to the end of the level now. But I'm not going to, because there's more to explore. You can see I've still got quite a few kills, actually. Okay, so where did I want to go? It wasn't this way. It wasn't this way. Here we go. I think this is where I want to go. This is the upper part of that area. Was that... So here we got some crushed cacodemons, and we got a non-crushed cacodemon. I'm gonna try to lure him into this. Yeah, there we go. That's very unfortunate. You gotta take damage to get this plasma rifle secret. Bitch save real quick. It's possible to get this without getting crushed, but... whatever. Now I should get that armor. But there's still more to do, would you believe it or not. I'm gonna bitch save just in case this gets a little annoying. Oh, hey, I got on my first try. You got this another platforming bit. This is where the chain gunners were attacking you at the beginning. Is you get the chain rocket launcher? I might as well make good use of it. Completely missed this guy, but whatever. I still don't have all the kills, surprisingly enough. This level still goes on longer than I remember. Again, that's the great thing about MarsWars level. They're very interesting progression, very interesting, lots of points of interest. You can see it on the other map, a whole place I haven't even been to. I should probably stock up on that mega armor, though. You know, I'll be fine. Here we got another suit. Nice little nukage silos. That keyboard flat being used as a wall texture, very, very odd choice. The pipe textures. Love that little visual of the cacodemon hiding in the nuclear silo. Yeah, no, I could. Oh, hey, it takes me right back to the mega armor room I wanted to go to. Still got the... switch save just in case. It is trickier than it looks. Helps to, because it's not quite a flat line though, it helps to approach it from the side that's closer. I mean, yeah, now the level's done. 100, I mean, UV maxing this WAD, I don't think it's recommended, but it's cool. Again, look how short that was compared to the last level, and there was a lot more to do. Definitely one of the best levels. Beta base. This is the last one I'm going to show off from this set. Right off the bat, you got some Carmageddon music, one of the few MIDIs still left over. Turns out Alien Vendetta was not the first one to use Carmageddon MIDIs. Got this nice... Actually, no, it's not a 4-door hub, it's a 2-door hub, but with 2 unused ends. The gimmick of this is you can probably see these upper alcoves are shit to get, and part of the level progression, including the key, part of the level progression is just trying to find the ways up there. Oh boy, I bet your Doom sense is already tingling. Here we go, welcome to hell. Right now in this part of the storyline you can see where the levels are starting to get more hellish themed. This always was one of my favorite levels playing this back in like 2009, 2010. I actually had just gotten into Doom around 2009. I'd got Doom 2 on PC, because it wasn't out on the Xbox 360 yet. I think that didn't come out till a year later. But I think I bought an old CD copy off eBay. And yeah, ever since then I've just been playing Doom WADs on and off for the last however many years ago that was. This was one of the first MegaWADs I played. I found it from a place called Doom WAD Station. I don't think it's open anymore, but whatever. Already you got the BFG. Very generous. I mean, you'd think it would have been a little more secret than this, but whatever. Nathan Lineback, he loves you. There's Doom players who love... Doom map makers who love you, and Doom map makers who hate you. And Nathan Lineback was definitely one of the ones who loved you. Just giving you all this ammo for cool-ass guns to blast enemies with. No grindy bullshit here. And Nathan Lineback himself, I think I wanted to talk about this earlier, way before you people probably shut... Oh, by the way, gotta love that inconsistent texture down there. Just have these ash walls in the middle of all this, like, screaming hell flesh. Almost like he originally had the ash walls, and then forgot to change it after he changed it. Get very awkward, but whatever. Hey, it was the 90s. It was the 90s. You can excuse most of the faults. Way better than any of the master levels. Way more immersive levels. I genuinely do think these levels are good, but there was a review in the id Games archives that I can't help but agree with. Starts as really good 95 levels, but then quickly becomes bad 90s levels and never recovers. And I can't... Let's just say I've replayed this WAD at least 4 or 5 times over the years, but in the last one, I rage quit on map 19. Because I just couldn't take it anymore, it's so bad. I did actually end up going back and playing most of the levels. Some of the hell levels are pretty bad, but for the most part, a lot of good design choices. You can see some nice hell caves, some Mars-like hell caves. Some of these doors, you have to shoot them open. I guess because it's in the storyline sense, it's supposed to be like broken doors that you're blasting your way through. Love these like 3D computer, what do you call it? Kiosks, I guess you call it, with the computer text flats. I think this is the secret too. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for later though, because there's still more stuff to do upstairs. Yeah, this is almost very TNT Evolution level design, but I will say these levels do look better than anything Evolution, or at least these early ones do, even with all the boring Sean textures. Some nice rockets. I've already got like almost 30 rockets, not enough opposition to fight with. This is another secret here. Some more cells I don't need, I guess for the pistol starters. Again, he was very forward-thinking for his time. Technically, I don't even have to go this way, but I think there is some cool shit to do. And again, the whole gimmick of MarsWars is just the cool shit to do. This is just the cool shit to do WAD. Yeah, I think I want to go this way first because of the backpack. Get my 30 rocket count, finally. I'm just going to waste some BFG shots because I might as well. Again, you can see the dynamic lighting. It turns into the regular E2 cave texture. Some specters in this nice darkness. Stopping right at the money shot, but I'm going to go back to the scaling options. Yeah, again, this would look how hard this would be to see the specters in the original resolution. And here we go. We got some shitty-ass Fulbright vision we don't need, and we got some Tyson juice. Now we can just progress with the rest of the level, the intended progression. Gonna get some chain infighting going on. Oh wow, the Cacos took out the Oh, I love when you get them in that, like, strafe where they can't hit you, but the force of your punches keep them going. Like I said, I was playing 2002 in Doom Odyssey, and the levels are really boring. Like, I would actually say they're worse than these levels. If for some reason it's a very highly praised mod that gets lots of 5 stars and 4-star ratings, even though the level's like, here's a hallway, here's a 4-door hub, here's a lift that makes a bunch of monsters come out. Just the most boring kind of predictable Doom level design, as opposed to this, which is admittedly pretty ugly by today's standards, yes, but lots of creativity, lots of imagination, and again, one guy made this in his spare time. There's one level on that, I think, called Shotgun Panic or something. And I remember, like, you get one of the rare levels in that MegaWAD where you get the Tyson, or the Berserk pack, and like I just spent the whole level just killing everything with a fist, just because I was so sick of shotgunning 3 Cacodemons in a row, shotgunning 2 Barons in a row. I don't know, people just hate the plasma rifle and rocket launcher for some reason, even though the IWADs gave you plenty of juice for those weapons. I do a little bitch save, just in case. Saying about Nathan Lineback before, I never got to that. It's like, he made a few good Doom levels in the 90s. Then in 2003 he came back, he made a little Skulltag WAD called Firefox Party, which is full of just funny little Firefox jokes, and for some reason Ranma 1/2 and I don't even remember how to pronounce that one. It's like Urusei Yatsura midis, and like, I don't know, it's a lot, in some weird ways a lot more detailed than these old levels, but because they're a lot less abstract, I don't know, a lot of the charm is lost. But ever since then, Nathan Lineback's been kind of absent from the Doom community. He released this in 2009, and I don't think he was ever seen from again. And it's just kind of a shame, because I always just really liked his levels. He had this experimental MegaWAD full of scrapped ideas that he never went back to, although some of the levels did end up getting finalized. Yeah, this is actually why I wanted bit save. Some nice little Doom cute kitchen equipment. Nathan Lineback really hasn't been active. He's got that MegaWAD full of ideas. Apparently, according to his design docs, he would base these levels off dreams he'd have. And I gotta say, this dude must be on some real LSD shit, because, like, these are some of the most creative and interesting Doom levels I've ever seen. I say as I'm looking at this boring-ass Sean Flat and these little concrete picnic tables. But no, he has some very bizarre ideas, and even his unfinished MegaWAD, you can see some really bizarre things. My favorite of which is the Fruit Fucker, which in the text file he has to specify, "No, I do not dream of the Fruit Fucker." I just thought it would be an interesting level idea, an interesting boss fight, to have you end with you getting crushed to death by the juicer. And it's like, wow, this guy was on some shit, man. But yeah, he's very creative levels, and he hasn't been active in the Doom community. I almost wish he'd come back. There's been a few 90s heads that came back to Doom after many years, and the levels were pretty highly praised. Like John Landis, he came back in 2024. He made some shit. I don't actually know if it's very good or bad, but whatever. Can't backtrack now. That's okay. It's a short hop there now. Even though there's a lot to do in this level, like the path back is actually pretty short. Here we go. So yeah, I don't know, I'd really love to see Nathan Lineback actually, all these years later, I don't know how old he is, I'm guessing he's in his 50s or 60s now, but he's still active online. I don't think he has a Twitter or anything, but he's got his Toasty Tech page, which on his rant page, he's still updating as of 2025, and he's complaining about like the right-click menu in Windows. Gotta laugh that this dude is such a Linux head, yet even he still uses Windows. He's got his, like, anti-AI posts. Thankfully, unlike the Doom community at large, he never really got into that whole social justice thing, which is pretty amazing considering, again, this is a guy who uses Linux, uses Firefox, and loves Ranma 1/2. It's like, he's not calling himself Nancy Lineback or anything. This is the main gimmick of the level. You got this, I always remember this, you get this big, this mountain, this weird flesh mountain made out of Adrian Cloud's hairy-ass arms. And you gotta climb this mountain. Actually reminds me of like the Misery Halak Mountains. The same kind of like, I don't know. It helps to visualize. Oh wait, this is the lift back up. This helps to visualize Doom levels as real things to get a better grip for them. I always see things like this and think of like wedding cakes. So I always see the Misery Halak Mountains. I think like, oh yeah, like a layer cake. Oh shit. If I remember correctly, this is the other side of that lava chasm. Yeah, here we go. And for some reason, the teleports actually take you back to different areas. But yeah, now I gotta climb the Asian cloud cake. Gotta slowly walk up here. The ledges get narrower and narrower. Again, not very engaging gameplay, but very creative. This is very memorable MegaWAD for me. It's why I've always revisited over the years. Get the blue key now. I'm gonna try to strafe jump for this. Here we go, yeah. All these cells that I have, excessive cells. And here we go. Actually, not our first Barons in the WAD. There was one in the outdoor area. Did I go out there? It doesn't matter. Yeah, I went out here. And I killed him. I must have not even been thinking about it. Just kind of on autopilot playing this because it's so easy. It does get a bit harder towards the end, though. This nice little comp blue room with the little highlights. As for the ceiling. Exit, 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 exit. I wonder if he actually split these line defs or something. Because they don't seem to be like mid-textures. Let me turn on mouse look real quick. Oh wait, that's right, gotta do full options menu. Ironically, by making the menu more simple, they've made it more annoying. Oh no, I guess that is just the wall texture. It's not like a mid-texture or anything. With like an upper and lower ledge. Gotta... crap. See, that's the problem with Z-Doom. Some source ports make it where if you turn on mouse look spring? Nah, not look spring. Wait, crap. Gotta love technical difficulties. Keyboard look. Oh, center view end. That's the problem. I'm one of those limited keyboard doesn't have a frickin' end key. Some of the ports where you hit page up and page down, it actually does make it center view. Just set it to M for now. Whatever. Just unbind it later. There we go. Level's still not over yet. There's just a little bit to do left. What am I doing? Pull out the big fucking gun. Thankfully, hey, again, very generous map design here. And hey, I even get a cell pack for my troubles. What else is there to do? Oh yeah, some more shit up here. Again, you gotta love these space stations with these wooden rooms. Show what the idea behind that texturing theme was. It is a big problem with this WAD as it goes on, though. Nathan Lineback is not very good at keeping consistent themes, which again, strikes me as the Sandy Peterson influence. Nathan Lineback doesn't really strike me as somebody who played like a lot of the contemporary WADs. It really seemed like he was just figuring it out. At these fake walls. I got like one, actually got quite a few secrets left, but I don't really care. I don't really care. Just end this shit. Going on for almost 15 minutes now, just because of my blabbing. And here we go. We got this nice Shores of Hell marble room with some I forgot what it was called. Just calling the Baron of Hell faces. Yeah, here we go. Well, that was the first chunk of MarsWar. I don't know if I'll keep playing, because there's definitely some good levels later on, but I'll play it as I feel like. Take care.